Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, or welcome to our channel. I'm Chris.
And Ralph.
And tonight, Ralphie, what are we going to be doing?
A DCU uh looking forward rank.
Yes, sir. So me and Ralph made two lists, one of the movies and one of the shows. So if you haven't heard, James Gunn released a few projects today for DCU moving forward from DC Studios. So in total, there were 10 projects announced. I guess 11 technically, but one of the 11 is it's already been known. It was announced a while back, but 10 brand new projects that were officially announced today in a press conference, not a press conference, but like a video conference that he put out on his social medias. And then obviously it broke loose on the internet. Everyone started reporting on it, and we ourselves did a live immediate reaction whenever everything started to drop, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to check that out, please, after this video, we would love for y'all to go back to the video and check that out, and I will drop it down in the description below. But this video is about ranking our excitement for all the projects.
Okay.
All right, Ralphie. So let's start off with the TV shows. And before we get into it, I'm just going to say I am excited for all the projects.
Me too.
I love James Gunn. I love his DCU. And I love everything that they're going to be doing in the future. With that being said, there are projects that I want to see way more than some of the other projects.
Yeah, but hey, this is the early start.
Yes, sir. We're just day one.
Oh yeah. And also the Guardians of the Galaxy James Gunn that directed is the first MCU film I've seen in theaters.
Yes, in 2014.
Yeah.
So we're massive James Gunn fans. All right, Ralphie. So let's go ahead and let's get into the movies. You go first, and then I'll go next. You'll do number 5. I'll do number 5, and we'll work our way up. Okay.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So number five for me is Paradise Lost, a prequel series before the Wonder Woman film.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be on the mascara.
Yeah. So for me though, I am gonna check it out whenever it gets released. And so yeah, I am looking forward to check it out though.
No, awesome. All right, so for my number 5 is also Paradise Lost. So the way that James Gunn described this show is that it is Game of Thrones meets the mascara, meets an island full of Amazonian women, and basically essentially an origin story about how that island came about, the essence of their morals, what they stand for. And I'm sure we're going to see conflicts because it's Amazonian women's, they have encounters with mankind, with men and other, beings and things like that. So that's going to be pretty dope. All right, Rafi, so let's go and get into your number 4.
Number 4 is Waller, which is one thing that they confirm is the actress who plays Waller in the DCU is set to reprise her role in the DCU.
Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And so yeah, and the Team Peacemaker, gonna be in it.
Yeah. Some people from the Peacemaker team are gonna be in it.
So yeah, I am totally gonna check the series out.
Awesome, because we'll go ahead and I'll get into that one even more because my number 4 is also Waller, which is starring Amanda Waller, Viola Davis. So James Gunn, what Ralphie just said, is going to include people from the Peacemaker team. And I'm sure it's going to be in having her daughter Adebayo, which I think she was one of the best characters in that show. She was really dope. So to see them expand that Amanda Waller story, if you haven't seen Peacemaker, I'm not going to spoil it because I want people to go out and check it if they haven't seen it. But Amanda Waller does have some, let's say, baggage in that show, and it's throughout the whole series. So that's pretty cool. All right, Rafi, what's your number 3?
Number 3 is, of course, Lanterns.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, Lanterns. So, alright, for me, I'm looking forward to the Lantern series, and at least is this might be better than Green Lantern from 2011.
I'm sure it's gonna be better than the 2011 Green Lantern. But
so yeah. Anything else?
And whatever else you want to say.
Let's see. At least there's a Green Lantern series coming because 3 years ago whenever they announced one.
Yeah, it's been on and off some of the series, but it's officially announced that we're getting one today.
Yeah, so yeah, I am really looking forward for this one.
Okay. All right, Ralph. So my number 3, this is the first one that we have different. My number 3 is Booster Gold. So, in our immediate reaction when it was announced that Booster Gold was going to be having a show, I got excited because first, I don't know much about Booster Gold, honestly, but from the way that James Gunn described it, that he's essentially is a loser who got a hold of some tech because he's from the future, came back to the past, which is our time essentially, or who knows even further back, to make himself a hero with some future tech because he has, I guess, imposter syndrome. That description alone has me sold because I think I love seeing stories, and especially hero stories about people who don't, really fit the bill, quote unquote, of being a superhero. So I think that's gonna be pretty fun. All right, Rafi, what's next for you?
So yeah, number second is of course
Number two. Yeah,
number 2 is Booster Gold.
Yes, sir.
Wait, hold on. So yeah, Booster Gold. I have nothing to know about the character, but after what James Gunn described it, that I am definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah, the description was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Who do you think, before we move on, who do you think might play a good Booster Gold?
Don't know.
I have one in mind, and I think he is the best Mario ever. Chris Pratt. It is cliche because Booster Gold, just from what I've seen, has similarities to like a Star-Lord-esque, a space guy, and things like that. But I think if they were to do Chris Pratt, that would be pretty dope. If not, maybe a Glenn Powell. I think Glenn Powell would be a pretty dope Booster Gold. He's in Top Gun Maverick and Devotion. All right, Rafi, I'll go ahead and get into my number 2. So my number 2 is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is the only animated project that was announced today by James Gunn for the DCU moving forward. And James Gunn said in his video presentation today that characters from animation are going to also be showing up in live action with the same actors and their voices and things like that, and vice versa. I think that is super dope, and it's not even like a unique thing, but it's just, it makes sense, and I am really looking forward to seeing this show. The Creature Commandos, I didn't know much about them going into today, but after doing some research throughout the day and ordering some books, because I ordered books throughout the day for some things, they're basically just a Black Ops team with a bunch of monsters. Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, Weasel, which I think is the best DC character to ever exist.
Yeah.
And other characters and things like that. So I think the Creature Commandos is going to be pretty dope. And I love the artwork. Yeah. The little piece of artwork that they showed today, I think looks beautiful. So that's next.
Okay, so number 1 is of course Creature Commandos.
Go ahead and get into it.
So yeah, since I have nothing to know much of the characters, but since Chris is always some book, I might go read the book though.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
So yeah, nothing much though except that I'm looking for it. And the Weasel though, I'm hoping this Weasel design it's gonna be, hopefully the design might be better than the film, because in the film one
he was ugly,
disturbing.
It's not even better, just not as disturbing.
Not as disturbing.
There you go.
Yeah, like for me though,
he looked creepy.
Yeah,
the Weasel was not easy to look at.
Yeah, yeah. When I first saw the Suicide Squad back in 2021, I was like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The Suicide Squad is my favorite movie from that year. So.
Yeah, even when, like, spoiler alert, the end credits scene whenever we still woke up and started running around.
Oh.
Yeah.
The noise he was making when he was running? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Alright, Rafi. Alright, so my number 1 is Lanterns, which is starring Hal Jordan and my Green Lantern, John Stewart. So, last night, I made a video just basically listing off some predictions and things that I want to see announced for today. And one of them was a John Stewart led Green Lantern film or a series in particular. And then I also stated that if they did a Hal Jordan led show, I wouldn't mind it. I would prefer John Stewart, but it's whatever. I would go with whatever. Today, it turns out we're getting both. So that is just as awesome. That's even more awesome. And the way that James Gunn described it is that it's true detective with space cops, and they have a case here on Earth. When he said that, I got giddy because in my mind, I'm already picturing scenes of Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart showing up here on Earth, trying to figure out, and not necessarily figure out a case, but like, or maybe figure out a case, or figure out, like, pull on a thread and see, like, why did this happen on Earth? What's this alien doing here? This things like that. I am super excited, and that's why Lanterns is my number one. All right, Rafi, let's go ahead and let's get into the movies. The shows, I'm excited for.
Yeah,
the
me too.
movies, I am just as excited for.
Yeah.
All right, Rafi, so who started off the shows? I did. So you go ahead and start off with the shows.
Wait.
I'm sorry. The movies. I'm sorry, guys. All right, the movies is right there. Okay, go ahead and get the list.
Okay, the number 5 is of course the
Authority.
Authority. Yeah. Number 5 is Authority.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing much of what I heard the characters, but I'm still gonna check out the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know nothing about it.
Yeah, same here. I don't know much about the Authority,
Yeah.
but I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna watch it because my number 5 is also the Authority. The Authority, like we mentioned, we don't know much about them. We don't.
Yeah.
But James Gunn, the way the storyteller that he is, described them as these group of heroes who think the world is no good and that it basically needs to be cleaned up, and that they'll do anything at any costs to, essentially do that cleaning up. So when he said all that, the first thing I thought of was The Boys. And I thought that's pretty dope. And then also that the two main heroes in the group is a gay couple. And I think that's pretty dope for some representation and things like that. So when the Authority comes out, we're going to be there day one to go watch them. All right, so your number 4, go ahead and get into it.
Number 4 is of course Swamp Thing.
Yes, sir.
So Swamp Thing, I know about the character like either like the Lego supervillain game
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. And for me, I am definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah, same here.
So yeah.
Number 4, Swamp Thing?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'll go ahead and get into my number 4. Oh, wait, what did you have it on your list as?
What are you doing in my swamp?
That's how he listed it on his list. We got a Shrek. I love Shrek, but he loves Shrek.
And plus, Shrek is the first movie he's seen.
Oh, in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Shrek. All right, so we'll go ahead and stay in that swamp because my number 4 is Swamp Thing as well. Swamp Thing, my familiarity with him is with the Justice League Dark, with Constantine, Zatanna, Deadman, and all them. So I am familiar with Swamp Thing. I never got a chance to see the show that they did, what was it, like 3-4 years ago? 3 years maybe? I need to watch it. I haven't had a chance to watch it. I've had trouble finding it. But with that being said, from what I heard, that show was incredible. But there was some mess in terms of like keeping it together, in terms of production. So they just cut it. But with that being said, I am super excited for this movie because James Gunn said it's going to be like a horror film. It's going to be a horror DC movie, which could possibly and most likely will be an R-rated movie. And they already have in-house James Wan, who does the Aquaman movies. And James Wan does horror films. That's his thing. So they can easily bring him on to come do the Swamp Thing movie, and I think he's going to kill it. Today, online, I saw someone say Guillermo del Toro as the director, or for the director for Swamp Thing. He does Pinocchio, Hellboy, that fish movie where the lady falls in love with the fish guy. I forget the name of it. Love and Water. I forget the name of it. But when someone said that as well, I got even more excited because Guillermo del Toro, I love him as a director, and I think he would kill it for Swamp Thing. But if it's him or James Wan, let's go. All right, Rafa, you're number 3.
So number 3 is of course The Brave and the
Bold.
There
you go.
So yeah, basically it's a Batman and it's Batman and Robin movie that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, and Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, his son. So, do you know much about Damian Wayne, like in terms of Robins and stuff, or not
No.
much? You don't know. So basically, Damian Wayne is his son that Batman didn't know he had until like 8 to 10 years into Damian Wayne's life. And Damian Wayne was raised by assassins, you know, the kind of like the League of Shadows type of people, and he's an asshole. So he's an asshole 10-year-old. So that knows how to kill people. So yeah, that's Damian Wayne. All right, Rafi. All right, I'll go ahead and get it. Oh, did you have anything else to add?
No.
That's pretty much it. Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and get into my number 3, and my number 3 could have easily been number 2, and I thought about it, but number 2 barely etched it out. But right now, number 3 is Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. The artwork that it showed was a novel written by, a graphic novel written by Tom King. I absolutely love Tom King, love his Mr. Miracle story. And basically, the description is that, you know, Supergirl is, you know, the cousin of Clark Kent, Kal-El. And so Clark Kent was lucky enough to land on Earth to have 2 loving parents that raised him well. She's the complete opposite. She grew up on a piece of rock that was broken off from her home planet, and she saw everyone she loved die. So she's a bit rough around the edges, and rightfully so. So if, you know, this take on Supergirl, if they can execute the Tom King story that he did on top of James Gunn's vision, I think they can nail us out the park, hit this out the park. So now number 3 for me is Supergirl.
Okay, number 2 is of course Supergirl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the storyline that they're going for, it looks, for me though, it looks a bit interesting.
Yeah.
In the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I'm definitely gonna be planning to check it out.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, doing day one.
Yeah.
And yep, that's basically it.
That's it for you? Okay. All right, my number 2 is Brave and the Bold, which is what we went ahead and talked about a little bit ago, which is a story of Damian Wayne and Bruce Wayne, Robin and Batman and Robin. And I think this story has the potential to be one of the best Batman stories that we've ever seen on the big screen. It has the potential to be like more like fantastical in a way, because the Batmans that we've gotten, Robert Pattinson, the Christian Bale, have been, and then the Ben Affleck one, have been dark and brooding. And I love the Dark Knight and I love the Batman. But I think it would be pretty dope to have a sort of a lighter Batman in a way, have the Brave and the Bold Batman be the DCU Batman. And I cannot wait. Because with that being said, Batman is my personal favorite character across everything. DC, Marvel, Star Wars, across the board. I love Batman. I can't wait to see that movie. And coming out at number 2, that's a little crazy because my number 1, obvious, but you go ahead and get into your number 1.
So number 1 is of course Superman Legacy.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So far, I'm looking forward for this new take on Superman for the DCU. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward for this one. For this new take.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about it.
That's it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and add to it because my number 1 is also Superman Legacy. Written by James Gunn. I hope it's directed by James Gunn. And this is going to be, from what he said, the official, you know, starting point of this chapter 1 of Gods and Monsters. And we have Superman, who the artwork that they showed at the presentation is a lighter, energetic, colorful, bold Superman Clark Kent. And I can't wait to see that because I've been wanting a Superman like that since the first time I had seen the Christopher Reeve Superman when I was a kid. And that stuff came out in the 70s. Yeah. It's been so long since we've had, and no shot at Henry Cavill and Brandon Routh, or Routh, I'm sorry if I mispronounced his last name. But, you know, I still believe that Christopher Reeves is the best Superman. And if James Gunn can create and write a Superman with that type of color, that type of vibrance and brightness and the color palettes of like the red and the blue brightness, I'm all here for it. So yeah, that's my number 1, Ralph. You had your number 1. our lists are very, very similar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then the DC Elseworld stuff, which was officially given its name today by James Gunn and Peter Safran. There's only one Elseworld story, movie. So let's go ahead and say it. Our number one anticipated Elseworld story. And no, actually, there's another one. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
Joker. I can't rank those two, Ralph. That's tough. It's only two of them. You know, I love both of them. I can't rank them. But the Batman 2.
The Batman 2.
And then Joker.
Joker sequel.
The Joker sequel, which I can't pronounce his name yet. But I will. I will figure it out. But yeah, guys, those are our lists for our anticipation for all these movies, for all these shows. James Gunn, thank you. Peter Safran, thank you. I am looking forward to all these projects for the next coming years, for the next outline. And then from what he said, this is not even all of chapter 1 of the Gods and Monsters, that there's more projects to be coming out. So guys, we hope you enjoy this video. Comment below what's your most anticipated projects, and I'd love to see those comments, guys. Well, as always, I am Chris
and Ralph.
We will catch y'all next time. Peace.